I'm Subu, bringing crafting to you, and today I'm going to make an adorable friends are like seashell tags. That's difficult to say. So first of all, I've got a piece of the designer series paper that matches this week called Sand and Sea Designer Series paper, and I've just cut a piece that is 4x4. Now first of all, we're going to fold this on the triangle side, so we're getting it folded on the diagonal side. Try and get this as close as you possibly can to getting that point. So I'm just going to hold it there and then just crease that down with your bone folder. Open up again, so we've folded it on the diagonal, and we're going to do exactly the same the other way. So just make sure you're getting that. Want to get those absolutely crisp, so that's just teasing those in. I'm happy with that, got it the same, and I'm then gonna crease with my bone folder. I'm then going to open it up again, and I've realised I've done it the incorrect way. I wanted it this way, so I'm just roughly, so whatever you want to be showing on the inside, show it there. And then I'm just going to fold it in half, only on one side. Okay, so that's going to be on one side. There we go. Now I'm just going to bring in my trimmer, and we're going to use the trimmer to score the next bit. Now have I got my little bit of paper I had somewhere? Seem to have buried it. Oh, here it is. So what you're going to do is just score down, put it in at 1 inch and just score down to that actual first crease, first score mark, and then you're going to turn it and do that, and we're going to do that on all 4 sides. So I'm going to use the right hand side of my trimmer, put it at my 1 inch mark, then bring in my scoring blade, and then I'm just going to take that down there to the score line. Just, no, is that not clicked down enough? That's it. Yes, I've just done that. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to use the left hand side now, and hopefully it's going to be easier this time because I've got a guide to go to. So I'm bringing that down there. So you will see that I've scored it there and there. Okay, I'm going to do the same again. So I'm going to repeat that and putting it in at 1 inch, bringing it down to this score line, and then taking it to the 1 inch mark on the left hand side, and again you've got your guide this time to bring it down. Okay, and again, so putting it in on the right hand side at 1 inch, bringing it down, and then turning it round to the 1 inch side. You could do this on a normal scoreboard. It would be actually easier for you to do on a normal scoreboard, so you could just do it down to 1 inch. I'm judging where my blade is, my scoring blade is going, so I can see. It's easier once you've scored one of the sides because you're able to put it down and score at the other. Now really what I should have done before I did any scoring, and I'm hoping this is going to still work, I should have actually printed, stamped my this that I want to put inside. So decide whichever think I want it that way. So you need to have your line going across there. Just let me double check on that. Let's see. No, let's see. Oh, open it up. Yes, we do. So you want the line going across there now. So that's your the only score line that goes across. So I'm going to use Night of Navy. I did think about using the Seaside Sand, but because it's on the DSP, I just want to make sure you are going to be able to see this clearly. So just inking up with my Night of Navy, and then just bring this in, and because I've already got my score line in place, I'm actually using that as a guideline to actually get it in the centre. So I'm going to press down, and I've rocked it a bit. So I got my words to just go under that score line. Okay, so I'll close up my ink pad and just clean up my stamp with my chamois. So because I'm using photopolymer, it's better with the chamois. So I've done that. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to tease these to come forward. So I'm going to fold on those score lines. I'm using my nail a little bit to get it on that score line, and we're going to bring it in so that it's like that. Okay, so I'll show you again. So I'm bringing in the score lines, so I'm using my nail to get it, and then I'm popping my bit that I've done that in. So again, I'm just bringing it up on the score lines and popping that bit in, and then the last one I'm bringing it up on the score line, up on the score line, and popping it in. Okay, so I'm just going to go back now. You can fold that in, look. So these have all been brought in, and I'm bringing that in, and it goes in quite easy. I didn't have to struggle with that. And I'm just going to crease down on all my score lines now. So I'm going to go underneath as well to get as nice and neat creases on all those different layers. So I'm going in on each layer, just making sure that I've got a nice crease. I'm going to turn it over and do the same. So creasing down either side, just going to lift it up, crease, lift it up and crease, and you'll only get as far as that. Start at the bottom this time, get those creases in there and making that nice and tight. So that's much better. Right, we'll put that on one side for the minute, and then I'm bringing in a piece of Blushing Bride, and this measures 2 by 6, and I'm going to put this in at 3 inches and just score. So that's all we're going to do with that. Now then I'm using the Tag Topper Punch. Now the Tag Topper Punch is actually retired, but the same width of punch is Fancy Tag Top Punch. That will do exactly the same as what I'm doing now. So this is a lovely fancy one, or the Delightful Tag Topper. Either of those two will work to do it. So you won't struggle with having one. Right, I'm pushing this all the way into my Tag Topper Punch on each of the sides. So I'm pushing it all the way in and doing it, so that should be equal on either side. Then I'm just going to fold this and burnish it. Right, now I've cut a piece and I didn't know what I'd get left with, so I'm just going to see. This is the opposite side of the shell one, so it's like a sand, and I didn't know how much I'd have left, So I've cut this at 1 7/8, and I'm just going to measure now on my trimmer and bring back in my blade to see what I've got to play with now. So roughly, I think I could go to, I'm going to try 2 1/8. I think that might be enough. So, oops, 2 1/8. So I'm using 2 1/8. Perfect. That's lovely. So 2 1/8 I'm going to use there. So we're going to put this on with some of our glue. So you might even be able to do it at 2 1/4. You could try that as well if you're not happy with the gap. I've risked it at 2 1/8, which I think will be fine. So we've got nice, let's do for a nice little increment at either side, and then a bigger gap at the bottom. Right, now I have already used the stamp set and stamped in Seaside Spray for you, and I've actually cut this out with my scalloped punch. Now don't miss out on this because it has retired, but it has been put in clearance, so you can still buy this punch, and it's just perfect for that sentiment. I am going to go round it, so I'm getting my sponge dauber and I'm going to go round it in my Seaside Spray. So I'm just getting inked up, and I'm just going to go round to just give it a little bit of a wash with the Seaside Spray. So there we go. That's it. There we go. That's it. There. So we've done that. Right, I'm just going to put my pin in my glue just a minute, and I'm also going to close up my ink pad before we have any accidents. Right, now I'm bringing in my Big Shot because with this suite, or you can buy them individually, it's got this fantastic 3D embossing folder. It is wonderful, this. Now, you will note when I put it on in a minute, let me just move those out of the way and bring my Big Shot in so you can see. Let's just pop it out there. You can cut these out of the paper, but they are a lot smaller than the ones that you use when you're doing the stamping. So these are quite a lot bigger, but it still works. So I'm going to put my Stampin' Up, is it down? I never know. Right, Stampin' Up to the top. Okay, so I've got my Stampin' Up. Or do I want it that way? So that will force it up into that. I'm going to go with this because it sits in the groove a bit better. So I'm going to use the wrong side, and all I'm doing is roughly putting it where the bends are, like that. So it doesn't fit, but it works. Okay, it gives you a nice embossed shell still. And then we've got the other one that's here. So again, I'm going to put that so that it goes on the bottom like that. And then there's a tiny seashell one here that I'm going to put at the bottom like that. So they're not fully lining up, but they'll still come out lovely. Okay, so I need my, let's see if I can work it with this. So I haven't got, these are designed to be used with our cut and emboss machine. This is a Big Shot, hoping this one works this way. Don't know whether I've done it too tight again. Yeah, I have. So I'm going to take out the bottom one and just put this one in. So you always do your, let's see if I'm happy with that. Has it worked? Yes, it has. Yeah, never sure whether it's going to work or not, because as I say, I've not got the proper one. So look how beautiful they are now. So that's done it perfect. Okay, there's not much pressure, you see, when I put it through like that, and it makes me think it's not going to work, but it's worked to perfection. So that's wonderful. So it's fantastic, this folder. You also can get where you cut it out with the die set that matches, and it fits lovely in here. You put it through and it embosses it all for you. It's very clever. I really do love it. So that's I'll leave that for a minute and move that out of my way. Oops. So I'm just making sure I haven't put my big shot on anything. Right, so I'm going to bring in the For You and my shells now. So I'm going to arrange my shells and my For You on here. So I think I'll have actually something like that. Right, so I'm going to put them on dimensionals. So I've got my dimensionals out, and because that's it, I'll use the big dimensionals to start with. Whoops, I started on the back, so let's go. So I'll start with the big one. So I'm going to fit the big one, just do it. And you can do it either way. This has done it on the back as well. You could put it either way. So to actually get the right side, I put it upside down in the indentation. So I'm going to, this can cross over there like that. Then I've got another one here. So put that down there, and let's see where I want that. That can go higher up. Now that's going to lean on there a bit. I've put the ramping dimensionals like, oh dear, slightly too much. So I'm changing that. So be careful where you put this one, and put glue on the rest, and that is going to then hook over onto my shell there. So that will balance there, and then this last one will go down there, and I think that can actually just be glued, and hope that it will stick. So I'm going to put quite a lot of glue on that bit. So I'm just going to hold it a second, and then this is going to go on the top, and I'm going to put a dimensional on the bottom part. That's it, and a little bit of glue on there, and then that just to one side. I'm going to position that there. Okay, now we're going to open up inside, and we want to make sure that when you open it up, it's going to have your message the right way. So I've opened mine up and the friend's message is the wrong way. So I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to glue all on the back of here. So I've already checked my message is the right way. And it's just before the crease. Don't put it on the crease, just slightly before. Just make sure you get it absolutely in position, and then that picks it up, and we can then just move it about to make sure it's going down by the crease but not on the crease. So I'm going to open that up and just rub that with my bone folder to make sure that that is adhering to it, and then close it up and then pop it again on there. Oops, daisy. Some go on there, I don't want that going down. And then we're just going to close that. I'll just close that a second or two. I'm putting my glue on there. And then to tie it, I've got this beautiful gold and blushing bride ribbon. So I'm going to pop this through. I'm going to, for a change, leave the gold inside. It might show a bit. Let me cut this with my scissors. Oh, that wasn't good. Oops, I forgot to put it through both, so I'll put it through both. But just before I tie it again, I'll just show you. So they'll undo the ribbon, and their friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way. So it's making a beautiful tag there. Just gonna split this open and then pop it through. Gonna alter it a little bit, and then we can have the gold showing as well as the silky side. So you can use either of this ribbon. Just let me get that sorted. It's not wanting to play a bit. That's it. I'm going to have it tucked under like that. Tuck that side. There we go. So there is a lovely tag that you can make for a friend. You could send it to cheer somebody up. I am going to do to and from. I forgot to print that on. So I am going to do that, risk it. Right, to and from. I've got a quick to and from. There's lots of tos and froms in different stamp sets. I've got a quick one that I've just pulled from a stamp set. Unfortunately, you cannot get this one anymore because it's retired, but you never know whether it's going to come back again. And I think I will do the Night of Navy again. So I'm going to do Night of Navy, and I'm risking this, so I'm hoping it's not going to go wrong for me because I'm risking it. I forgot to do this, so do this when it's opened up. So I'm going to go down on there. There we go, beautiful. I've got cushioning underneath. That's my saving thing because this is springy. That saved me so that I should get a good image. Let's hope that I manage this again, and I'm going to put that quite close to that one. Oops, there. Phew, it managed, it worked. Okay, so you can put the to and the from on the back and for you on the front, and then you just undo that and you've got friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way. So a beautiful tag to send to, or you could put it on a present. You could even, I have thought about it now, I made this card yesterday, but I was actually thinking that I could do a card because this is such a lovely background. I was thinking that this, the whole thing would look would work on a card, so it could be that way or it could be that way. So I might make a card with one of these on at a later date, because I thought that that would be a bit of interactive on the front of a card, so that would also be nice. Right, thank you very much for watching. I'm just going to show you as well. Yes, I just forgot this. You can actually use your wink of Stella to make your shells shine as well. So I'm just gonna go over my shells to make them have a shine there. Okay, so sorry about that, that was the last thing I thought of. So you could use your Castilla to give them a more of a pearlized look, and we could stick an opal on as well. So let's have a look for an opal. Just one of them. So on our label, these go with the seaside set as well. So just let's pop that down in there. Lovely. Okay, so that's, as I say, really pretty tag to send with a present, or to put on the front of a card, or just to send on its own really. But I thought that was a rather pretty idea. Right, thank you very much for watching. If you are watching from my YouTube channel and you see anything you like in the things that I've used today, you can purchase them through me, and I always send a thank you card and a gift. If you want me to do a hostess code, I'm happy to do a hostess code where we can you can get more gifts that way. But just message me if you would like. And also, if you're watching from YouTube, please subscribe and press the notification button so that you won't miss any of my uploads. If you, as I say, want to purchase, if you click on the description box, it will drop down and you can see a link back to my Facebook business page, where you can click on my shop button there to use my shop link. So thank you very much. If you're watching from the business page, of course, you've got that shop link there to click on to purchase. I do appreciate your custom, and and if anybody wants a catalogue, please get in touch with me. If you're not a fellow demonstrator, please get in touch with me. Be very happy to send you the brand new annual catalogue out. And I have got the mini catalogue where it's got the seaside Friends Alike seashells set in there. So, but I've got the annual catalogue as well, so I'll send you both catalogues if you want. So just message me on my Facebook business page, and I will get back to you, or email me, and or leave a message on my YouTube channel, and I will get back to you. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll be back Monday. Thank you. Bye.